Hello there, Brick Fanatics. Welcome to sunny Birmingham. It is an absolutely gorgeous day here. It is the perfect conditions for a race because we are going to be racing from one side of this delightful city to the other in order to try and find ourselves some Lego. I'm currently outside the Bullring Shopping Centre, which houses one of Birmingham's Lego stores. There are two in the city. And that's where part of this race element comes in because we are going to see how quickly we can find an entire collection of the collectible race cars. Using the Brick Search app, we'll be able to scan multiple boxes at the same time, which should make this quicker than it's ever been before. But that's not all, because there is a second Lego store in Birmingham, one that is connected to the Legoland Discovery Centre. And that store is particularly interesting because sometimes, if you are very lucky when you go to that store, you can pick up gift with purchase sets where you don't need to reach the minimum spend in order to get them, you just pay actual cashy money. And we are going to have a look in the store today and see whether or not we can get lucky and find ourselves some gift with purchases. That is a bit of a long shot, but that is where the other part of this race comes in, because we're going to be racing from one Lego store to the other one in order to visit both of them as quickly as possible. And finally, it is the 4th of May promotional period at the moment, so there's a bunch of new Star Wars stuff on store shelves, there's discounts on a bunch of other Star Wars stuff, and there's that really cool Camino training facility gift with purchase. Hopefully we can get up close and personal with one of those boxes. Right then, start your engines because the race is about to begin. Right, so unfortunately the employees at the Lego store did not give us permission to film in the store itself. You can see a few of the photos that they allowed us to take here at the moment. But thankfully, I met this brilliant fella, Jack, while we were in the queue, and we had a good old chat for a good 45 minutes while we were waiting for the door to open. Yeah, and he has very kindly allowed me to show off some of the really cool gift with purchase stuff he got with the UCS Jango Fett Slave 1. Not Slave 1, whatever it's called now. Fire Spray Class.
No, it's just Starship.
Yeah, just Starship. Jango Fett Starship. So I love this. So this is the poster, the Camino poster. Oh no, it's a postcard. That is really, really neat, and it's shiny as well, and I always like a shiny thing. So thank you very much. And then what have we got here?
Little Millennium Falcon poly bag in a paper bag. So I guess they've changed that now.
That's brilliant. Yeah. It is still a poly bag though. I was wondering if they were going to swap to like a box instead for it to be like a poly box. But no, that's fine. So yeah, technically not a poly bag because there's no poly involved. It's a paper bag.
Oh yeah.
But we're going to still call it a poly bag anyway, aren't we? Because
poly paper bag.
Because what else are you going to call it? Yeah. So no, that's really neat as well. So that one you got for £35 spend.
I think so, yeah. And then this is just exclusive with the Jango.
Nice. All right. So let's have a look at this. Get this open. Whoops. Show this off. That is the beautiful keyring. I'm going to try very hard not to drop it out here. That is so nice. So you're going to pop that on your keys then?
No, it's going to go in a cupboard and probably never see the light of day.
That's the way to do it, yeah. Put it on a shelf and let it collect dust.
Exactly, yeah.
And then this, I love this so much. I want 8 of them. These things are going to go for some money on eBay, I think, in particular.
That is my worry, because I want at least 2 more.
That's kind of the FOMO for me, is wanting to get hold of this before they all disappear.
Yeah.
Because they are just going to fall into the hands of builders.
I remember last year, the Droid set, they still had loads of those after May the 4th ended, and they just kept giving them away throughout the year. I was speaking to the guy who served me there, and he said they went till at least October last year.
All right, well,
so
fingers crossed then. Yeah, you never know. Something tells me though that especially because it's got these clone troopers in it, this one will be more desirable than some of them. But either way, it's a brilliant set. If you can get your hands on it, absolutely do. And if you genuinely feel like it's worth £145 that you need to spend in order to get it, which is going to be the challenge I think for a lot of people.
I mean, evidently I did. So.
Cool. Well, thank you so much, Jack. It's been really helpful being able to show all of this stuff off.
Yeah, no, it's not a problem.
And yeah. Really, really cool. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to leg it to the other side of Birmingham to check the Discovery Centre shop as well to see what they've got around. And hopefully somewhere along the way I'm going to find some places where I can film some minifigure scanning. If it's not necessarily in a Lego store, it'll have to be somewhere else. But we're going to get that collection of collectible race cars as well. It is such a warm day today. It is so gloriously sunny. I absolutely love the 5 days a year when Britain is like this. But if you are trying to run between 2 different Lego stores, it can be a little bit tiring. Well, here's a wrinkle I wasn't expecting. I found a maze, so my journey between these 2 Lego stores is going to be even more complicated than I thought it was going to be. If you speak to anybody from Birmingham for long enough, they will tell you that Birmingham has more canals in it than Venice. I say, ordinarily I say at least, that it's not really the quantity but the quality of the canals that actually makes the difference. However, on a day like today, do you know what? I'm not going to complain. I think these are some pretty nice canals. And there, just coming into view is our destination. So the atmosphere in that LEGO store compared to the other LEGO store was completely different. The first one in the Bullring, just absolutely heaving with LEGO fans, in particular LEGO Star Wars fans, desperate to get hold of all of the latest stuff that's been released, desperate to get hold of all of those cool gift with purchases. In that store, very, very low-key, very quiet, very chill, just a few tourists wandering in and out. I talked to a teacher for a moment who's here with a school trip who had taken a moment to sneak away and go and buy some LEGO instead of actually watching the kids. They do have the same gift with purchase deals at the Discovery Centre that they had at the Bullring LEGO store. In fact, they had more because they still had the Coral Reef LEGO set, and you could get that in addition to everything else. So if you were to be buying LEGO Star Wars stuff in order to get the wonderful Camino training facility gift with purchase at the Discovery Centre, they would also give you the Coral Reef as well for free. They also did have some that were available for purchase. I saw the Millennium Falcon poly bag, which is otherwise £35. That was available in there for £5, and also the Lucky Knot Lunar New Year set. They've got a bunch of those in there for sale rather than being part of a gift with purchase, and also discounted because I guess they've still got a lot of leftover stock. But okay, the actual crux of the race. I did get a full set of these collectible race cars. I won't bother going through and scanning all of them because I think by this point you know how the app works, but if I just scan this one is the F1 car, and then if I open that up and try not to lose any bits because I'm right next to the canal here, I don't want them to roll away and get eaten by a swan or a goose, but there is the F1 race car helmet. That is a very nice little piece. It is cool to have in that black and white color with the red visor. And then I'll just open one more here. So this is the Sauber race car, and then if I open that up, yep, that's all green. There it is, the Sauber race car helmet, very nice. This has been like the noisiest video that I have ever filmed out and about, because not only have we had like alarms going off when I was at the Bullring, and now the chimes of a bell going off. I've got canal boats going past, I've got geese honking. I think I might as well just wrap it up here, but thank you very much for watching this far. Make sure that you do download the Brick Search app. It is available on the Android App Store and the Google Play Store. Make sure that if you're going to be purchasing any LEGO in the near future, including LEGO Star Wars for May the 4th, that you do so using the affiliate link which is in the description or the QR code that is on screen, because they take you straight to the LEGO website. We get a percentage of the sale, and it does not cost you a penny extra. Do make sure that you go to brickfanatics.com for coverage of all things LEGO, and make sure that you sign up to our newsletter so that you never miss anything LEGO related ever again.